Raw TV. I am not black.
Brothers and sisters of celestial energy, brother wisdom. You know, I'm was just in a state of meditation, talking with the high elders, and we were discussing the subject of these Saxons, how they thought that they could actually own the original beings. They actually thought that they could own us. They thought that they could possess us as their own property by giving us social security numbers, by giving us birth certificate numbers, by giving us these other all these other numbers, and they have had the idea that they actually owned us. Let me tell you something, dumbass. You can't own the universe. We are universal beings. We are primordial deities. Now, before our brothers and sisters had awakened, and there was this misnomer that these Saxons put out here. They said, oh yeah, you know, they can do whatever they want to do to us, and we must accept it. And I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, it's completely different. They can't do whatever they want to do to us, but we have all power. You have to remember that you have to have the confidence of the universe, and the universe has no emotions whatsoever. The universe knows balance, and anything that wants to destroy parts of the universe will not allow anything to destroy it. You understand what I'm saying? The universe will not allow anything to destroy the universe. The universe will not allow anyone, any being, anything to destroy the very construct of its existence. We are the universe in the physical. Though there may be still brothers and sisters fast asleep, but that's all right. So we know how to wake them up. So we are the universe and the physical. We literally have the power of every level of universal energy throughout this entire carbon vessel that we reside in. We have that within us. We have that. We contain this type of energy, this type of power. This is why we say, hey, we're the only beings who can literally reshape this atmosphere. Why? Because just like we said earlier, the atmosphere is a part of the universe. So when these Saxons thought they were controlling the atmosphere, that was their way of trying to control part of the universe. So you have to understand the secrets that they have, and as we go deeper and deeper into ourselves, we'll find out why they're doing this, because they don't have a connection. They want a connection, and the only way that they can try to connect to something is to try to attempt to destroy it, attempt to displace it, so that they can dissect it and see if they could use it for their own purposes. And their purposes is literally to destroy. That's their purpose, is to destroy. So everything that they've done, all these different numbers, all these different things, and you got to follow this rule and let's follow this law here, and you got to do this here, and we're going to put you in jail. They literally think that they have us locked up in jail because they got brothers and sisters in there who are fast asleep. And just like I said, told you about the brother here in the Michigan prison system, when he was awakening brothers in the prison system by the thousands, and they saw that it was upsetting the balance of the prison system, which is like a chaotic system where they need our brothers and sisters to kill each other constantly and to hurt and harm each other. Brothers like that brother, they don't want that, because he's creating balance and he's causing the universe within the walls of that prison confinement to awaken. When he starts showing them how to meditate and tap it into self, and I'm pretty sure those brothers who he awakened will soon let go as well, because that brother was banned from the prison system. See, these Saxons think that they have this idea that if we can control these people, then we can gain control of everything. I tell you, they know that we are universal beings. They know that we're the universe. They know that we're the cosmos. They know that we're this cosmic construct in the physical. See, this is a big difference. It's a big change that's coming on right now. We're bringing on war with them. And see, this is going to be the war that their forefathers fought against us before the fall. See, this is what they fear. See, you have to realize that you have power over the Saxons. I commence your body to stone. And you hold your hand out. He says, Mother, I want him to turn to stone. Mother Universe, Mother Nature will gladly do that, because nature doesn't like them. All these Saxons, Orientals, nature hates them. And if you're talking about haters and emotion, then that's what you talk about, because you can see it through the animals. You can see it through the sharks. You can see it through the insects. How the insects attack them just out of nowhere. The animals attack them out of nowhere. The sharks just kill them off left and right. Yes. See the alligator in Florida, how he captured one of them and killed him, and then the alligator didn't want to eat the woman. The alligator just sitting next to it and killed the woman that's sitting next to her. Nature hates them. We have to bring balance. Understand who we are. We've got to get serious about this. We've got to get serious about this. We've got to. See, the thing about it is, they're scared of wanting to attack one of us who are awakened, because they know that we have powers. They know that we can call on any force, known and unknown. They know this. They know who we are. And if any of them were to even try to attack one of us as the awakened beings, they know that there is something great that they will have to they'll be held responsible towards them. There would be a lot of responsibility, and they would lose a lot of their people. See, we wouldn't see it, but they would lose a lot of their people, because that's how nature attacks. So you attack one of mine, I take a few thousand of yours. This is a battle that we're in. We're in a battle. We're in a war. They want to dampen the universe on this planetary, on the planetary basis. This realm right here, this realm here. They wanted to dampen the universe because they want to own. That's what they want to do. They want to own. They want to own the universe. They want to, that's why China says, oh yeah, we're going to own this part of the galaxy. We're going to, what did it mean they're going to own that part of the galaxy? that means that they want to take a bunch of us and put us in jail cells and put us in slavery. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? See, we're at war. And if you have any of our brothers and sisters who weak as fuck, talking about somewhere, this is not about color and it's not about race, and we all got to come together and be one. You know, we got to unify together. Shut the fuck up, you goddamn bitch. Shut up. You try to unify with no weak ass motherfuckers. We are at war. And these beings are warring against us daily. And we have got to answer their call. We are the universe in the physical. We are those who can literally control everything. You think these Saxons think they feel so great because they accomplished a thing of creating rain and snow. They feel like that is an accomplishment on their part because they created a little bit of rain and a little bit of snow. We have the power to open gateways with our minds, and we can see that shit open, and we can walk right through it. They don't have that power. They think because they got police officers and they want to pull you over, and we supposed to be scared, and they tell you to step out, you step out. You say, do you understand that I am the universe and you human? And you got to do this shit with confidence. And you got to believe in yourself. Do you understand that I am the universe and you're human? And you're subject to my power. Now get back in your motherfucking raggedy ass car and drive away and don't say anything else to me again. And if they continue to continue to talking, then what do? Say, you sit right there and you say, mother, and you say it right in front of mother, I want them to turn to stone. And then you say out of your mouth, I turn your body into stone. And you watch this motherfucker just form into stone and freeze right up. And that worthless ass spirit and that soulless body literally leaves, and he just be a monument standing in the motherfucking middle of the goddamn street. We are at war. We are the universe, and we have the power of the cosmos throughout our entire vessel. Every blood cell has got cosmic forces. Every atom has got universal powers. Every proton, every neutron, every electron literally has the information of the ancestors and the information of the cosmos throughout our entire vessel. You understand who we are? We are at war. We are universal beings. We are not to be played with. All right? It is important that you gather up as much knowledge of self as you possibly can. Fuck they money. Fuck they little shit talking about they own this and they own that. Fuck they little goddamn pieces of paper. They want to put our names on papers and put numbers and all. Act like they own us. No, they don't own shit. That's their way of trying to grasp the possession of something that they're not even supposed to have. They're not even supposed to be on this planet. You understand that? We're at war. Learn how to use the power of the cosmos within you. They think because they gave us a number with a piece of paper, make that paper disappear and leave the motherfuckers in shambles. Make that paper disappear. Show the true power that you have, brothers and sisters. All right? All power to the multi-chakra celestial angelic beings. And cash reign with you forever and ever and ever. Remember, you are chaos. You are everything. You are everything that's within everything. You are literally nature within nature. You're the cosmos within the cosmos. You are literally everything because they want you to think that you're nothing. They want you to think because you don't have the money that they have, or you don't have the things that they have. Fuck their money and things. You have the cosmos within you. You're the most powerful force ever known. Right? It's power to you all. An awakening is something that is well needed. All right. There is nothing on a planetary level. There's nothing more powerful than an awakening. All right. And this is something that the enemy knows. And the enemy knows the power and the force behind the awakening. And an enemy who is wise on the level of a grand scale awakening will work extremely hard to try to make sure that that awakening doesn't take place. See, awakening causes a series of events that will upset the unbalanced energy of an enemy who has trying to impose something that is not natural upon the original species of a planetary realm. The first part of the awakening is the questioning part. All right. Many times the awakening happens early on and you begin questioning everything. And that's just, why am I doing this? Why I'm doing this here? Why I'm doing this here? Why am I doing this here? The second part of the awakening comes the part where you want to disconnect from that which you feel is unbalanced. All right. So many of us have disconnected, disconnected from the church. We're trying to disconnect from the jobs, but at the present time, it's like we're trying to deal with this system. But then, in this awakening, we began to, say, hey, mother, can you do this? Mother, can you do this? Mother, can you do this? Because in the awakening, we realized that it is the great mother, not the great father. That's when we started talking to mother, say, can you do this? Can you do this? But in the phases of that awakening, we began to realize that mother has given us all the power to do it ourselves. But then because, that enemy who's working against you will want to put you in a sleep state so that you can only depend upon the system that they created, you began to come across different information that those from the higher realms begin to send down, because those from the higher realms are like sending you information. They're sending you information. And you say, this is how you find this. This is how you find this. And something told me to do this. Something told me. And it's your higher realms. It's those in your higher realms, the different councils, the Dragon Council, the Council of Light, the Council of Information, the Council of Knowledge. All these different councils. So they're filtering information down so that you can begin your awakening state. All right. So what happens next is you begin to understand that I am the seed of the great mother and I have the power of the great mother. When your enemy literally is an alien type of species who has no power, but the only power is the illusion that they can create. And as long as they can live under the illusion and have you live under the illusion, they will literally, remain in the power that they created. But as you begin to grow within yourself and grow, and everything around you begins to grow, you begin to understand that, wait a minute, hold on. I got to go into a state of meditation. I got to do this here. I got to do this here. I got to return back to where we come from. Not those who still asleep, especially in those who are in the Hebrew Israelites and the Christians and the Nation of Islam. They think that they're awake, and they're not awake. They're still asleep. Because in order to be awakened, you must return back to the ancestral ways, the ways of the old. That's the way you awaken. When you start tapping into different things, you start understanding, you start breaking down the things, you start breaking down the words, you start understanding who you are. And that's the awakening. Now, on a grand scale, while the awakening is the reason why the awakening is so greatly feared is because the awakening causes several events to happen. And I'm talking about cataclysmic events. The awakening, number one, the first thing you're going to start having is lunar flares. All right. Lunar flares already happen. And that's when the Schumann resonance starts to rise. All right. Because the lunar flares is literally increasing because it's increasing the frequency of the realm. So your lunar flares are happening, and the lunar flares are the lunar energy, the moon energy is being charged up from those who woke up and going into themselves. Because you have to remember that we are literally everything. We as the original beings here, we are literally everything. All right. We are sun, we're the moon, we're everything. Lunar flares happen. Schumann resonance begins to happen. Then what happens after that is you have the grand scale of solar flares. All right. You have solar flares that's taking place as a series of solar flares that take place and go on and on and on. Then after the solar flares, well, while the solar flares is taking place, you're going to start having lunar flares. So you have lunar flares and solar flares together. And at some point, the lunar flares and the solar flares are going to begin to come together. And this is when you come into what you call a supernova. Supernova is when the masculine and the feminine is meeting together and changed everything. This is what we call the great shift. And that's that supernova. And this is when that supernova happened. This is when the original beings of a planetary basis return to a power that belongs to them. And that power is not charged up by, that power is not from an external source. Like we had a tree of life. That was an external source. That power is now charged up by an internal source. We have an internal tree of life that's within us that we can depend on ourselves to bring us that great power. And therefore, in their fully awakened state, the beings of that, the indigenous beings of that planetary body will begin to destroy the enemy. And, you know, that's to show the force that they really have. So the awakening is understood, and these Saxons, these reptilian being Saxons, know what the awakening is about. And that's the biggest fear that they have, is the awakening, because the awakening is literally devastating to them. They're going to try to hold on as much as they can. They're going to try their hardest to keep everyone, to put those who are awakened into a sleep state, but it won't happen. It would be completely impossible, because once everything begins to vibrate, the vibrations don't stop. You just can't stop the vibrating energy of an atomic structure. It's impossible. All right. So the phases of the awakening. All right, the phases of the awakening. And now you're questioning, why is this happening? Why we got to do this here? Why are we giving them money? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Then we find within ourselves a higher energy, a higher force, a higher power, and we begin to rely upon that higher power as our source of energy, and we link into it. And what happens? Well, that's when that great solar flash, that great shift happens, and it's like everything just literally stops for the opposing side. And then as everything stops for the opposing side, for those who are indigenous, who are original, things begin to flow for them, and they start understanding, and they will see those who they thought were to be, I guess, family and all, or those you know or whatever, even those they didn't know, they will see them as a virus and an enemy, and they will use whatever means possible within them to destroy the virus without looking at age or quality of life, or I don't know, you know, it's all kind of different things. So this is all about the phases of the awakening. Just want to share that with y'all. I just, got the information. I'm gonna share it with y'all. Well, These are the phases of the awakening, and this is, like I said, the cause, the effect is far greater than the cause, because we awaken. The effect, the cataclysmic destruction of a system that was never supposed to be. All right, catch you guys later.
Raw TV. I am not black.